Hello everyone and welcome back to my Cricket Captain 2020 save with Leicestershire. So last time, the last game you'd have seen, I believe, was the defeat to Notts. We batted badly and bowling wasn't great either. I believe that was the last game you saw anyway. In fact, it might not have been. Can't actually remember, but we lost that one anyway. The next game, I think the less said about this one, the better. We bowled alright. Parkinson came in, first championship game of the season. Took 4 for 63, carrying on his good form. We were then bowled out for 148. Horton got injured and Ackerman was on international duty, so Evans came back in and actually top scored in the first innings. We bowled him up for 186, we bowled very well. Parkinson excellent again, Wright again also very good. Steele got 50, Cast 41, not much apart from that. But then, yeah, that happened, 56 all out. Not a great performance, let's be honest. Ben Rain 4 for 13 off 14 overs. Rushworth, to be honest, everyone had brilliant economy rates. 56 all out off 52.5 overs. Wasn't a great return to the championship, let's put it that way. We then lost to Notts. We actually bowled very well. We had him, I think, 16 for 3 at the end of the power play. Rhodes bowled all 4 overs straight, it was brilliant. Taylor also very good. Klein excellent. Parkinson struggled a little bit. Lilly very expensive in his 1 over. Griffiths was pretty good. Foxcroft and Nash the main contributors to their score. Azad fell early, but Cosgrove and Ackerman had a decent partnership at 84. Ackerman then fell. Cars ended up taking 5. None of our middle order offered anything really. And we disappointingly collapsed. Next game we actually won, somehow, after being bowled out for 99. Ackerman top scorer with 27. I thought there's no chance we win this, but we go with an attacking field anyway. And well, we bowled brilliantly. I ended up obviously using our strongest 4 bowlers, and just trying to get the job done with them, and they did exactly that. Tom Taylor 4 for 25, 2 wickets each for everyone else. Top score was Rutherford with 16. They weren't good at all with the bat, all out for 86, and we won by 13 runs. We then lost to Yorkshire. It was a slightly better score than the game before, but again, it disappointing really, and it didn't make 140. Contributions from all the top 4, but no one really went on. Bowling did decline 3 for 26. No one else really had too much to shout about. Johnny Bairstow 64 not out. We then drew with Middlesex in the next championship game. Hassan Azad 98, played nicely. George Rhodes 61. Harry Swindles came in for his first game. He replaced Harry Dearden, who has had a bad season in all formats really. 69 on his first game of the season. Decent effort from him. 344 we made. We bowled them out for 289. It's 4 wickets each for Griffiths and Parkinson. There's a Nick Gubbins 100. I feel like he scored 100 against us earlier in the season, but I may be wrong. Lace and Harris also decent contributions there. We never really looked to try and win the game, to be honest. We just batted for a bit really. Well, 106 overs, gone pretty slowly. Azad 48, Lewis Hill 64. He's actually had a pretty good year. If we have a look at, average in the championship 24 is not great, but T20s average of 48, strike rate 132. He's done very well in that, which is pleasing to see. We declared about 2.5 hours to bowl at them, and as you can see, we didn't make any inroads, but they never got anywhere near the total anyway. We knew it was going to be safe no matter what happened. So that finished in a draw, and then The last game we played, we scored 157. Lewis Hill was excellent. 55 off 38, very good innings from him. Callum Parkinson, 29 off 18, ended up being a very important innings, which was also his career best score. Might have been Hill's, not quite. Parkinson's, yeah, his career best T20 score. Only averages 11. Don't expect too much, but he did well. And then with the ball, we were excellent again. 3 wickets each for Klein, Parkinson, and Rhodes. Griffiths 1 wicket, Taylor didn't, wicketless, but fantastic economy rate. And we bowled him out for 114, won by 43 runs. So we have won 2 games in the T20 now. We're still bottom of the table, and I'm not sure at this stage if qualification's even possible with the way that the fixtures will be worked out. Very unlikely anyway. We have to at least win all of the next 3, and we are 5th in the championship. Again, qualification probably a little bit unlikely now, but we'll obviously give it a go. We'll be able to strengthen the team over the winter and hopefully have a better crack at it next year. Again, Notts, look at them, bottom of the league. Not looking good for them. So we've got 2 games today. We've got a T20 against Derbyshire, who are 3rd. They've had a good season in both formats so far, actually. And then we have a championship match against Sussex, who are slightly above us in the championship. So this was our last T20 team. I really don't feel I can justify keeping Dearden in there. Average of 15. If you look at his current form, it's not pretty, is it? But we literally have no one else to bring in, apart from Evans, who, I mean, again, it's not particularly impressive. When's Milan back? 8 days. He'll be back soon. Swindle's out for 2 weeks. Ackerman on international duty. Ben Mike's also injured at the moment. We might have to keep him in. There's no one else. I'm going to have to, I think. Unfortunately. As you can see, I promoted Lewis Hill up to number 4. He's had a great season. Look at his recent form. Consistently getting scores in the 20s and 30s. When other players such as Cosgrove, I mean, 1 score above 25, it's not great for someone of his experience and talent. But we'll go into this game here. Derbyshire 3rd. We did actually beat him on the opening day, if you remember. Opening day of the T20 anyway. We are going to... I think we'll bowl first. Just because of... yeah, it's probably going to be best. Yeah, we'll bowl first, because they've got a few medium paces in there, so we wanted to make use of the clouds. We have got Rhodes open in the bowling, which I'm fine with. Got him in sweeps for 4. Tom Taylor from the other end. It's a drop catch at slip. That's not an ideal start. We'll go with Klein. He's done a pretty good job in the T20s. Tom Taylor again gets the first breakthrough. McDermott gone for 3. And Madsen, the new batsman. Godderman's gone as well. Excellent over this from Taylor. Very good over that. We'll go to Griffiths. I'm tempted to give Taylor another over. I will give him another over, I think. I mean, brilliant spell so far from him. We might as well keep the pressure on. They're scoring up below, run a ball. So Rose back in. And now deploys, finding the rope. That could be a wicket though, and it is. George Rose gets Madsen. We'll go with Parkinson. We'll go defensive to deploy, but keep the pressure on the new batsman, Wood. He deploys a good player. South African Kolpak batsman. Rose has done a pretty good job here though. Parkinson consistent as ever with his economy rate. Rose may as well bowl out. Good over so far. We'll certainly take that. It's a pretty good spell that from Rhodes. We'll go back to Klein. And it'll be Griffiths as well from the other end. Found Aaron Lilly's been a little bit inconsistent at times, so I'll try and avoid bowling him if possible. A little bit expensive there from Griffiths. Go back to Parkinson. A wicket now would be nice. Woods cleared the rope. Nearly caught behind. Yeah, Griffiths can bowl another over. This is better. It's been hit for 4 though. Hopefully you can finish well. 4 more. It's not great. Back to Klein. Just missed the edge. Oh, he's hit for 6. So he's had a good season, even though he's a young player in real life that has, well, I'm presuming has potential. Whereas the likes of Dearden, for me, can't seem to play well. But there we are. Back to Parkinson. A wicket now would be really nice, just to slow down the scoring. Parkinson's done exactly that. There was Reese, all-rounder. Good all-rounder as well, big fan of his. That's 6. We'd like him gone early, preferably. Parkinson does exactly that. Continues to take wickets. If he can get a Wood as well, this would be a brilliant over. He nearly has. Go back to Klein. He gets a wicket. And then Hudson Prentice is gone as well. He's on a hat-trick then. Doesn't get it in the end, but a very good over. And the final over, Gavin Griffiths. Did that just fall short of the keeper? Must have done, because he definitely hit it. Hit for 6. Final ball. Gets Wood LBW, so we kept him below 150. Bowling on the whole pretty good. I mean, everyone bowled fairly well. Griffiths a little bit expensive. We'll definitely take that though. 149 to win. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't get it, the way we've bad at times this year, but we'll give it a go. Could be an early run out. Horton's home. No worries there. Cosgrove has been very disappointing for me this year. That would make that home. Horton bowled for 3. Again, Cosgrove just can't seem to off the edge for 4. I don't get how the runs come as long as they do come, but they're not really from Cosgrove. That's better. Hassan Azad. Obviously it's a little bit difficult medium pacer with the cloud cover, but Cosgrove's got a live there. Hopefully you can make the most of it. Another good shot. 30 for 1. That's another good shot, all the way for 6. We have started well here. 36 for 1 off the first 4 overs. Cosgrove 33 off 18. Comfortably his best start. Hassan Azad has done a fairly decent job when he's batted higher up as well. A few decent knocks in there. But he's probably not a long-term solution for T20. He's done alright in this over though. Until he's just chipped a return catch, but 51 for 2 after the power play. Certainly not a disastrous start. That's not ideal though, because now we're into the likes of Dearden, Lilly and Rhodes, who haven't batted very well all tournament. I mean, just this would never happen. 4 off 14, it doesn't happen in T20. Hill goes, and that's that. We're not going to win. Our middle order is absolutely useless. That's going to be Lilly gone as well. We might as well just bat with our top 4 once they're out. Forfeit the match. Rhodes has hit a couple of boundaries here, but I can't imagine him being able to see us all the way home. Good over though from him. Klein gone. Do apologise if you can hear the dog barking in the background. Rhodes has done well here, to be fair. This is probably his highest T20 score. Yep. 53 needed off the final 5 overs then. And I'm sure this is where Rhodes will get out. Reese to Taylor. Well, at least we know what signs we need to be making in the winter. Rhodes is gone now, but a good innings from him really. Can't blame him for the defeat. Griffiths the final batsman. 44 needed off 12. It's not going to happen. I'm sure Parkinson will do his best. It won't be enough. 36 off the last over needed. If you just get as close as possible, it's not going to happen. Griffiths goes, I mean, Abbott and Cohen. Between them 8 overs, 5 for 23. That's where we lost the game. Our middle order, I mean, Hill, Dearden, Lilly, terrible again. Bit harsh to say again for Hill maybe, but for the other two, they haven't performed once. Next game against Sussex then. So from our last first class team, Horton can come back in. He's going to open with Azad, of course. I don't feel I can justify giving Dearden another chance. So I'm going to bring in Aaron Lilly. Offers another spinning option as well. It's going to have to be that, I think. Yep, there we are. Put Hill up to 5. Actually, to be fair, Rose did okay in the last match. We won the toss. We're going to be bowling first. Not ideal. You've got a strong team. Laurie Evans batting at 8. Wow. Now I've forgot to change the highlights. I'll be watching their boundaries. Chances and wickets only. Tom Taylor. Griffiths as well. to Parkinson. I mean, the pitcher's taking spin early. And it's not as if we've got another seamer to go to. So, go to the best spinner. Let's edge past Griffiths. It wouldn't have been Griffiths, would it? Griffiths was bowling. Edge past whoever's slip. Parkinson gets Wales' first wicket. Tom Taylor can come back then. And George Rhodes. Taylor gets Haynes. Griffiths again. He hasn't bowled particularly well, Griffiths, so far. Aaron Lilly, first championship game of the season. We are getting a few chances here. Get back to Parkinson before tea. Keep Lilly going from this end, he's doing a good job. And Parkinson gets Van Zyl. He's done well, to be fair, Parkinson, since he's come into the 4-day side. The run's flowing now, though, from the batter, Ben Brown. We're going to go back to Wright and Taylor shortly with the new ball. This is the last ball before the new ball. Would have been nice to have got Papara then. Yeah, continuing to score quickly. A wicket now would be very nice. Brown still scoring more than a run a ball. Finally he's gone for 67. And that's going down leg. I mean, Sussex are a strong side. There's no secret there. We haven't bowled as well as we perhaps could have done. Griffiths can come back. Wicket for him. We may bring back Klein, he's been in some good form recently in the T20s. I'll have to wait and see. Final ball day 1. 372 for 6. Expensive from our bowlers. Still leaking runs here. Parkinson though, 4 for so far. Could be 5 wicket here. That's going to be a run out. Pretorius goes. We'll just keep these two going. Danny Briggs, I'm sure won't last too long. It's not a bad number 11 though, to be fair. Could do much worse than him. There we go, 4-4-4 all out. And it's going to take a pretty big effort just to avoid the follow-on, I'd have thought. Horton's gone early. Sam Evans I don't have much faith in, to be fair. Sadly. These two have done okay though, to be fair. Evans could be gone here. He is. Gone for 29. Cosgrave in. And he's out almost straight away. That's a surprise. I mean, if I could drop him, I would. But we have no one else. Azad scoring slowly and he's gone for 37. Lewis Hill gone as well. I mean, Lily's going to come in and try and score quickly. That approach can't hurt, to be honest. We may as well attack a little bit. for a few runs. Rose has gone for 36. We're not going to be able to avoid the follow on air. We need about another 130 odd. Good partnership here though. Taylor's done pretty well. Excuse me. Taylor approaching 50, as is Lily. They both reached 50. It's been an excellent partnership. We may as well try and keep it going. And that hasn't lasted. Well, they're getting by for now. Somehow, partnership's still going. Even with the likes of Jofra Archer bowling. Lily dropped at slip. Tom Taylor, 75. Approaching his highest score. Oh, he may indeed avoid the follow-on. Lily's highest score. This is his highest score, fair enough. Yeah, we should avoid the follow-on from here. Taylor goes for 78, but very good innings from him. Parkinson, unfortunately, couldn't repeat it. Neither could Wright, and we may end up following on anyway. Only 3 more. Don't get out. Good. Okay, we have avoided it. It looked like we'd do it easily at one point. Lily goes for 80, but that's a good innings from him, to be fair. Still trail by 147. And we're going to have to attack and just try and take early wickets. It's the only way we're going to have a chance of winning the game. Because if not, they'll just keep scoring and then set us a total which we won't be able to chase down. And we probably won't be able to bat out the overs either. Both opening bowlers have got a wicket each though. Go to Parkinson, who could get Papara in his first over. He doesn't, but made an over anyway. Excellent start from the spinner. Obviously he's not the everyone talks about Matt Parkinson. Callum Parkinson certainly isn't a bad player to have in your team. He's easily our best spinner. Another wicket for Griffiths. We've done alright here. We'll go to Rhodes. Hopefully he can get a visa nice and early. And he has done that. Catch from Horton. Lead by 281. Batting potentially difficult here after tea. We're going to go back to Griffiths. Cloud cover, so hopefully we can get a couple. Another wicket for Parkinson. Is that his third now? Griffiths gets his second. Well, it's Parkinson's second, not third. That is his third though, he gets Jofra Archer. And we'll go back to Taylor and Wright. Partnership here from these two. Laurie Evans has gone. And Briggs will hopefully soon be on his way. Edge for 4. Anyone? Any danger of getting him out? Right on, right. Yeah, so, I mean, we're not chasing that. Let's be realistic here. 355. Very cloudy to start, so we're just going to try and bat out the day. Horton's gone early. I can't see us chasing it. We'll go with our normal aggression until we start losing wickets. I was like, at least make it look like we were giving it half a go. We've done okay though, to start with. Zad has passed 50 now. Sam Evans has actually done a surprisingly decent job at number 3. Be nice if Azad could get 100. He hasn't gone for a while. Current competition, he averages 40 but only 100, and that was near the start of the season if I remember correctly. He's dropped there mid-on. He gets a life. It's never going to be out. Pitched miles outside leg. It's alright, we keep going here. Again, our win's clearly not going to happen. Try and get some runs under their belts. That's 50 for Sam Evans. Decent innings from him. Very slow, but no complaints from me. Does actually have a first class 100 apparently. Fair play to him. Cosgrove again. He's really struggling, isn't he? And we may need to be careful here. We may need to just shut up shop completely. Azad has got to his 100, but he's gone straight after, and now I think we are just going to defend. And hopefully bat through the rest of the day. Escape with a draw. That's Hill gone though. New ball taken. About an hour and 20 left. Rhodes has dropped. Counting down the overs. Lily survives that one. We should be okay from here, I think. Half an hour left. They shouldn't be able to take 5 wickets. Doesn't mean they won't. But it shouldn't happen. If we're a good side, we won't let it happen, and we haven't let it happen. Not that we're necessarily a good side, but there we are. We get through the draw then. Finish, well, after the game we're 6th. Not actually that far off Glamorgan, to be honest. Only 11 points ahead of him. And with a game in hand, so we could conceivably be bottom of the league after they've played the game in hand. So that's obviously not ideal. We have got some new youth players, so we'll almost certainly be trying them out. 2 batsmen as well, perfect. We've got William Byrne, 21-year-old, average aggression. And then Dominic Huckabee. I mean, they're pretty much the same player. He opens in T20. Byrne doesn't, but that's fine. So I'm sure one of them will get a debut. In the next championship game, or no, even the next T20 actually, because we need to replace Dearden. Looking at their averages, Byrne's slightly better. Neither of them really bowl. Yeah, overall I'd say Byrne is the slightly better player. That's fine, we'll be able to try them out very soon. Next episode, I think we'll come back for... we'll play the last T20 and then the first match in the One Day Cup, I think. I'll just play one match off camera, this T20 here. This one, sorry, against Durham. Then we'll play these 2 in the next episode. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon.